Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yeah, I did chase down and kill the DD in the battle at the end of the last episode. It took a while, but got it done. This one is also gonna take a while. It hasn't even started yet because I don't have all the tonnage that I need. But I've got... How many tons even is this? It's gotta be close to 400,000 tons. No, it's more. It's gotta be close to 500,000 tons. So yeah, hopefully that should help. Because we're getting another... like 100,000 from here. And is this task force also joining in? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we need. Because we got the chance to succeed has been introduced. This is looking good. That is looking good. Invasion of Kashmir. This is not going anywhere. This is looking good. Invasion of Western India. And when China loses, hopefully, Kwangchauwan and Western India, they will have... Oh, wait. They will have some ports left in Ceylon. And Andaman Islands. I think we should be able to take those. Let's see. Let's see what happens after we take this stuff. With the 1.3.9.6 patch, which is quite a mouthful, we're now even on Repair X2. So lots of letters and numbers being added to the patch name here. But with that latest patch, only home regions are counted towards your shipbuilding capacity. That's why mine went down from almost 1.2 million to 678,000 tons. So with their home regions gone, Kwangchauwan being their last one, I think, or maybe that was French? I'm not sure. I don't remember if this was originally Chinese or originally French. But that should result in them having 0 shipbuilding capacity. Which should result in a game over, I think. Even if they have more ports. I'm not sure. This is new. But at least that will mean they won't be building any more submarines. Which is fine, of course. This, I think, is gonna succeed. Because we got... Yeah, 2.8 million in total invading. A force of 400,000, so that should be fine. Ukraine, not so much. Unless I can reduce the Austrian army logistics, which is at 100. But if I reduce their navy, that should go down. Yeah, let's see. On the one hand, I want to start building some more ships, because also that latest patch made it so that your army numbers in occupied regions were reduced by a lot, which is why I only have a force of 5,000 in central Russia rather than, I think it was close to 1 million, at least a couple 100,000. So that made my army budget a lot smaller, which gave me a much bigger monthly balance. So I can now afford to build a lot more ships, but with my shipbuilding capacity being reduced by the same patch, yeah, there's a limit to what I can build. let's... do I have any Königs sitting in ports somewhere? Do I not? Yeah, Haichao. Got a couple of Königs. And they are the König R. But if I make a refit to the base König, that should be applied also to the because that is just a copy of the 1932 König. I said gross occur first. Are those... Hang on, I just gotta go back and forth a little bit. Yeah, those are the König Rs. Okay, yeah, so that refit can be applied. Which, basically, that is the design, so... We're just gonna view design. Give them the Mark 5s. And see how long a refit is gonna take now, because they increased it by a lot a few patches ago, but then supposedly it has been decreased again with the latest patch. So let's see how... Refit time, 3 months. Okay, this 646 gun suddenly grew a bit. And it's really too big to fit there now. Like, comfortably. Should probably be replaced by a 3.5 or 4.9. But I think that's gonna make the refit take a lot longer. Let's see, Gen 2 radar still the best I've got. Sonar 3. Auto 1. Still 3 months. Modern 1. 4 months. Royal 2. 4 months. I'm not sure. Do I want to keep Citadel 4? Go down to Citadel 5. Citadel 4 is pretty good because it gives you a huge resistance bonus. So I'm gonna keep the Citadel 4. Actually. But what I want to see if I can do... Can this 3.5... 6 months. Okay, it cannot be replaced by a 4-inch. Because they just do not fit here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this as it is. If I start messing around with... Like, yeah... A guy did comment on that during the refit a long time ago now. Of the Bayern class, that the turret was kind of hanging off. But if I replace it with any other... that's because it's now been made much bigger. With the now being Mark 5. But if I replace it with something like a 4.5-inch gun, which is actually one of my preferred secondary options now, that's going to make the refit time much longer. So, not going to do that. I'm going to try and keep it 4 months. Can I increase the range? I can increase the range. It's very good range. Yeah, I am liking this quite a bit. All of these 16.5s can rotate, Mark 5s. And that's some serious range. 56.9 kilometers. Very nice, very nice. Reload time 59. That's not bad. That's less than a minute. And that's with cadet crew being the baseline. So it's got to be less than that with veteran crew. So yeah, I'm liking it. Save the sign. All my Beowulfs are out to sea, so refit of those can probably wait a bit. Basically now the main bottleneck of my Navy expansion is the shipbuilding capacity. And going back out of the ship designer still takes a while. Two refits, 4 months. Still some capacity left over. Any of the Easterlons being available for refit? No. Let's see, has the Deutschland has been refit. So we can delete that one. Victoria Louise, have you been refit? No. Yes, you have. So we can delete that one. Bayern's should have been refit. Nope, they've not. Baseline König. We can delete that. Lübeck. I don't even think I built one of those. Well, we can delete the that one. And that one, because the 1932 is the latest refit of the Victoria Louise. And we now have a König 1941. That means the 1932 can be deleted. And also the König R. Yeah, that's good enough. That's enough deletion for now. Just I don't have a lot of unnecessary designs clogging up things. Okay, let's click next turn and see if we get some action. I mean, that's what you're here for. Okay, now I also got the Bavarians joining in on the fun. Submarine. Lots and lots of submarines, but heavy damage to the Michael or Mikkel. Here we go, some ships. Saalfelden class. I don't think I've seen that. And it's the brand new Merkatz class. And one of the new Hamburg class. Ridiculously fast battlecruisers. Okay, the light cruisers can just follow the heavy cruiser because none of them are fast enough to keep up with the battlecruisers. DDs can just go home. They're not really needed in this battle. Let's see. If the enemy intends to run, got some ships here that they cannot outrun. Actually, let's send the light cruisers alone. They are slightly faster than the heavy. Let's wait for another salvo and get our thumbnail. Because you know the drill. New ship gets to be on the front page. We are within torpedo range now. Possibly. So let's maneuver. Am I getting the magical bonus? No, I'm not. Just good accuracy. That was the light cruiser, not yet identified. Target the lead ship. Actually, Merkatz, you can target the one in the back. There you go. We got ID on Aspern. I mean, that's a very decent ship. That looks very, very similar to my own Frankfurt class. Just with more torpedoes, less guns, and less armor. a little bit more expensive, a little bit slower. But not a bad ship. By any means. They've not launched because I'm heading way outside of their torpedo range. Okay, I'm inside of it now, but because they factor in the lead when aiming the torpedoes, and these are so fast, they gotta aim like here, which is, or something, which is way outside of their range. And yeah, Merkatz class, just making it look easy. Yeah, I think going with 14s instead of 13s was a good choice. They've not launched, they just had their torpedoes explode. Juan the Altria. That's a ship I've seen in previous battles. So now it's gone. And Schöne. Soon to not look so schön. As she's about to sink. We can reduce down to a cruising speed of 32 knots. Which is more than the top speed of many of my ships. Yeah, she's flooding too. And that's it. Now that means I've got 2 more Bismarck class battleships that need to be refit. And I think I'm just gonna do a new refit for them. Because the previous refit design was made in a previous patch where refits just took so long. I think it was a 10-month refit just to give the Mark IV guns. It wasn't even a lot of moving stuff around. So yeah, it's gonna be much faster to just give them a new one and get the Mark Vs as a bonus. Alright. Jagged class heavy cruiser. That's the one with the really long range torpedoes. And another Saalfelden. But we got some big ships here. We got the Kirchheis, Lennenkampf, Reinhard von Lohengrin, and also a couple of Bayerns. These are all kind of slow, so they can go... yeah, Lennenkampf, I even had to reduce the speed down to 23 knots because it's such a weird ship. It's more a meme than anything. So maybe some of these ships will get to be on the thumbnail, because while I do like the Merkatz class, and I think it is objectively a better ship class than any of these super battleships, I think these monsters will do better with the algorithm. York. You can just go home. DDs, you can just go home. I don't really need you. Brummer. I guess just as something forward to warn of torpedoes. So we got a mix here. Some of the old Bayerns. Actually, I do think Mr. Lennon can go alone, because it's got all the guns forward. Do you not have range yet? 41 kilometers. No, you do not have range yet. I mean, that's the business end, isn't it? Deceptively French looking. Let's take a look at these other two monsters. That, I think, is the Reinhard. The von Lohengrin himself. With the triple 18s. And then Siegfried has dual 20s. These are Mark 3s, but Mr. Lennon is still rocking the Mark 2s. Okay, so that's why that ship does not have the range. Something got smacked by an 18-inch shell from Reinhard. And a 16 from one of the Bayerns. I think honestly the Bayerns are the ones that will do most of the damage here. They're still only Mark 3, so these have not been refit. But I do think the 16 at Mark 3 is better than the 18 at Mark 3. And the 20. Or maybe not. Hang on. The new patch supposedly, yeah, 96-second reload time. That's not too terrible. Let's see what the Mark II... Okay, that's a little bit worse. 184 seconds. 3 minutes, basically. .93 on the 18s. Not too bad, not too bad. Not sure which ships I am even firing at here. So we've had some extreme ships featured so far in this episode. We got these ridiculous super battleships. Actually, Lennenkampf, you can just sit here. Yeah, these ridiculous super battleships that are... and I am well aware of this, that they are just ridiculous, and... just building more regular battleships would be the better way to spend my money and my shipbuilding capacity. But you can't really play as Germany without building something completely ridiculously impractical. I say as an enemy ship just disappears. But yeah, as I was saying before I got distracted, ridiculous super battleships and ridiculous battlecruisers with ridiculous speed of 39 knots. One ship is trying to get away. Understandable. Maybe I shouldn't have sent my my DDs home. Yeah, I think that ship is just gonna run. So let's end it. Yeah, that was the Saalfelden. See who did damage here. Yeah, Calder Grossa, the old Bayern, did 21,000. Siegfried did 3,000. Lennenkampf did 4.3. Reinhard did 8.3. So yeah, old Dreadnought battleship still did the most. Although the way the game calculates damage is kind of weird. sometimes you can score a single one-hit kill on a destroyer, and that's supposedly 100,000 damage. Or you can continuously shoot at a big battleship and sink it, and that was only 10,000 damage. So it's like, you gotta take the damage with a grain of salt. At the end of the day, it's the result is whether or not you sink the enemy ship. Lots of mine damage. Not really surprising, as I'm heading into a minefield to invade Ukraine. Venezuela wants to be my ally. Mexico wants to buy 2 more DDs. Pushed back in Xinjiang. That's not surprising. Battle of Ukraine. Guangzhou Wan is going well, it seems. Yeah, 1,000,000 tons. I now have the tonnage I need. %37% chance to succeed, but that's only turn 1 out of 7. So we'll see how it goes. I feel this should be going faster. Yeah, out of a force of 413,000, they've lost 54,000. So it should be starting to accelerate. This is gonna go. This is gonna go. %40 advance. 81% chance to succeed. With 3 turns remaining. So we're gonna get Guangzhou Wan. Varna. Oh yeah, Mikkel went to an allied port. Is Varna even an allied port? Yeah, it is. It's Bulgarian, of course. That's okay. That's okay. Oh. I got one of my old battleships sitting in mothballs. Let's see. I really liked the performance of the Merkatz class, so we're gonna build 2 more. And I don't know, France maybe. Yeah. They were just really good ships. So that's gonna be ZM 33, 63, and 64. And I'm just gonna delete the sign. Actually, no, I'm not gonna, because yeah, I am. The 39 is actually more expensive than the 33. So that's the one I want them buying from now on. Or my Do I have 2 Bismarcks in port? Now I got 2 of them being refit in Haichao. That was the refit that took 10 months. No. Wait. My bad. Those are the Königs. The yeah, 2 Bismarcks in Haichao. So these can receive a refit. I've got the tonnage. Let's do it. So these are just going to skip the 1939 refit and go straight for the 1941 because it's much faster. Let's see. I was about to say everything fits, but no, everything does not fit. Because the Mark V turrets. Four months. Now everything fits. Everything is Mark V. You're getting a Gen 2 radar. You're getting an Auto 1. Reloading. You're getting TNT 3. And Modern 1. I think I'm keeping the Citadel 4 rather than going for Citadel 5. I just think it's more, and also you're getting oil 2. I just think it's more in line with the idea of these ships. Got some tonnage to spare, some engine efficiency to spare. Can I bump them up to 30 knots? That did not ideal things to my engine efficiency. But I think it's okay. So from 28, pitch is 27, range is 34,000, to 30, pitch is better actually, because heavier engine. Alright. This we're gonna go for. It's gonna, yeah, with the engine efficiency, do some not so great things to acceleration. The effect on range was not really noticeable. I think it's okay. Save design. Let's see, does it say anything about what my cruising speed is now? Cruising speed 24.3 knots. So yeah, probably a little bit better. So yeah, 4 months, a lot better than 10 months. Let's refit those two. It's a good thing I'm keeping my Asian fleet at the ready. Not because I expect any serious opposition from China, but I do think the Americans will like me a lot less after China is done. Because the main thing they like about me is that we're both fighting China. Refit ships. Very nice. That will probably be their final refit. Still 100% army logistics. I was hoping it was gonna be reduced. That hasn't happened yet. They're sending out a battleship. They got quite a they got a lot of stuff in Odessa. Yeah, United States also fighting Austria and no longer China. They're fighting Italy. If I try and make friends with Italy, let's see what happens. That's also pretty good. 19 months. Let's go to May. I think I am still blockading Austria. Lots of meetings. Alright. I mean, it looks like a blockade to me. They're not getting out of Odessa. Well, maybe they are, because that's how the game works. And not getting out of the Adriatic. Comet versus a couple of König Wilhelms and Cormorants. It's nice to have an enemy with the surface fleet again, even if it's not much of a fleet. I think I kind of ruined, it was not intentional, I think I kind of ruined stuff for them when I gave them extra technology in, well, a couple of in-game years ago. Because I do that in this campaign. Every decade or so, I edit the save file to give the AI a bunch of free tech, so they're not going to be lagging behind. But in this case, what I think that led to was that the Austrian AI figured that, oh, suddenly all of our ships, and they did have a lot of ships at one point. They had like a huge fleet of heavy cruisers. So the AI just figured that, hey, they're all obsolete now because we got better tech, so scrap them. And like, their current heavy cruisers are pretty good. Certainly not to be taken lightly. But I do think with the economy that they have, they could have afforded to keep those. I think it was like 100 heavy cruisers. They could afford to keep them in service until they were actually replaced, and then scrap them. Instead of scrapping them all and not having time to refit them all. This is a ghost battle, I'm pretty sure. I think they're trying to run. My DDs could catch them. It is just a little bit faster than my heavy cruisers, but my DDs should be 4 knots faster, but I'm really gonna sit here for half an eternity waiting for my DDs to catch up with a closing speed of, I don't know, 4 knots? No. Yeah, 34 knots to my 27.5. That would have taken a long time. Especially because my DDs would have to get quite close to even spot it, because DDs have a really poor spotting range. Even with radar. Well, maybe not the new 39 class, because they've the towers and those actually have decent base spotting. It's more than twice as far as the older DDs. Another light cruiser. That's gonna be a ghost battle. I'm gonna do that one off camera. And I will see you next time. Goodbye and take care.